There he is again. The man with the big orange hands. And he's drumming on something. In this case, you're not seeing double for no reason. I'm constantly checking in between to make sure the recording is actually running. I just did this recording completely before, only to find out at the end that it was about 2 seconds long. I don't know what got into him, but he broke off in the middle. 1,000. So from then on, he broke off. And that's why we're doing all of this in fast forward, so to speak. There are a few things I'm not doing again. So to be honest, first of all, hello. It's really me. Yeah, and I'm not being remote controlled. No. Well, I will, but I can't say it. I dug out my microphone again, the wireless microphone, and since I'm already wearing glasses, I attached it to my glasses so I always have the same distance. And there's never anything in between. And by the way, I've now hidden the big microphone here on the violin. It's still there, but now it's hanging on the other side. And then I would say, I'll start by saying that I bought both of them as faulty. Both are faulty. The funny thing is, it was always faulty. And actually, the seal is completely missing up here for the capsule. It's simply not there, there's nothing at all. But that's how I bought them. And this one here, it's also faulty. I bought this one as faulty too, with absolutely no seal. The funny thing was, the capsule was right in here. I don't know. Definitely about a week. And the thing was completely sealed. Metal on metal. Well, nice. So, I've now used up 2 capsules because I had to quickly check if it was still sealed on the second try. And that wasn't it. So it hisses very, very quietly, but I can hear it hissing. So that thing is off the table as defective. It's definitely hissing, you can hear it, but it shoots perfectly fine. I found that astonishing. You can get the seal separately. Now, not specifically for the Gamo, if you buy the whole system here separately, it's like €35 or so. It's just not worth it. But you, buy that capsule seal up there separately. It costs about $6 or so plus shipping. And it kind of annoys me to spend money on something that I could probably get in a back alley in Hong Kong for $0.50 in a bulk bag. I also know people who have the material sent to them. And then with a, what's that thing called again? Where you use a hole punch to punch those things out and then make seals yourself. That's another method. I haven't quite figured out what material that is yet. It was an English or American forum, definitely English speaking. Yeah. And translating those English technical terms for materials is rather difficult. You can already see that we have 2 that are in different conditions. That's partly because the one that I'm not showing you here has a serial number that ends in 89. And with Spanish weapons, and you see it big and bold, made in Spain, not made in China, made in Spain. With Spanish weapons, I found that the second to last digit is the year, so this one is from 1908 and the last digit is 90. This one is from 2002, so there's a 4-year gap. You can really see it, the pad printing is much better here. And we also have 2 different company logos on here. That's one, and that's the other. It's not that different, but still, I would say they are different. That pretty much takes care of the labeling. The rest is warning, read instruction for safety manuals, so on and so forth. Very, very dangerous. Now I'm just going to take a look. Now I'm just going to see, where is the F sign here? Oh my god, I'm really searching high and low here. It's in there here on the side. I must have cut out a piece somehow, right? I really searched. I thought, oh crap. Here we go again. Time to fire up the grinder. Dispose of this thing easily. There it is. Caliber specification, F mark, everything is there. And for BBs only. So don't put any pellets in there. Wow, I really got lucky again. I have 2 approved defective weapons. Isn't that great? Sometimes you just have to get lucky. That reminds me, something like this should actually fit perfectly in a holster. Remarker. There was a time when you could get them very, very cheaply. Read it out loud. It says P on it, and it says Gamo, and that's about it. It says made in Spain, and the serial number, and of course the usual very dangerous and that thing. Third thing, I'm already all mixed up. I was so out of it, I thought, oh my god, I own a real protection which you can't really use for anything. But oh wait, I see a difference. Look, it says use BB only, so steel round balls, BB caliber 4.5 meter. What do I see here? patent pending pointed pellets, flat-headed pellets, and BBs. So it's explicitly suitable for pellets as well. Then, of course, logically, only in individual forms, but it should work for both. Then we're going to do something now. Or what I've already done, I can do it like this too. So this barrel, I would say it's smooth. And this barrel, let me check, is the recording still going? Yes, the recording is still going. So this barrel, I would say it's somewhat rifled and has a right twist. Really a difference. It's just very, very thin grooves. I can't really imagine it. But there are also grooves in here that are slightly twisted. So they must have used the same grooves, but just very flat grooves, because steel round balls and rifled guns do not go well together at all. 2001, my God. Well, that's really something different, all mixed up nicely. Then I'll work my way through this chaos. First of all, these should be 2 magazines, shot at 10 meters, resting with a very short sightline, using double action, with steel round balls. And I would say for steel bullets at that distance, that's not so bad. When you consider that, yes, I just said it's a rifled barrel in quotation marks, but steel bullets with a bit of air behind them. It's nothing rotating or rifled. It could work with pellets, but honestly, I doubt it. No one really does that anyway, because a piff pack is just way more fun than single shots. But it could work. No one really does that anyway, because a piff pack is just way more fun than single shots. But it works. You can also load them individually from the top. So that was one thing. With this, I demonstrated that the thing still had pressure after a week. I repeated it. Now it doesn't have pressure anymore. It's not really sealed anymore. It's hissing a bit. So I'm selling both things that hiss a bit, the one that shoots a bit more clearly, and that these are 2 halves because I just held them like that, without any balls. And yeah, that completely destroyed the card here. Not that you think there's a ton of power behind it, it's just that these cards are super old. These are the loopy discs, 17 by 17. They date back to the times when I was actively shooting sports myself. And yeah, getting a bit rusty like that. What did I pay? I paid 25 for one and 15 for the other. As I said, it was all clear that they were defective. Knew that. I know what. You go home, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, asshole, I know what, you just walk away again." That's how you do it. Yeah, let's take a look first, so you don't get the impression that these things shoot animal poop. Since I've done this before, I already have the selection in here. How convenient. We have here 2.5, 2.4, 2.1, 2.0, 2.1, 2.12, 1.9, 1.9, 2.2, 1.2, 2.1, 2.0, 1.9, 1.9, 1.8, 2.2, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, 1. That's the usual thing, the usual course. You can always see where the capsules have been changed. Capsules, you can tell where the magazine was reloaded, because those few seconds are enough for the capsule to warm up a bit again, and the pressure goes back up, completely normal. So the maximum, I always mention that when selling, maximum measured muzzle energy is 2.5 joules. That's okay for such a thing. You can't really complain about it. And then there's something else, namely, I have to press this little button here and wait until some Lemmy turns on. It can only be a matter of hours. And then I have to tell him that he should immediately look for another network. As soon as I ever hit it, namely the one that this little box here sends out, network and internet, connect to the Wi-Fi settings. With that thing, jump out again, tap the right icon, everything sideways. And there we have it. You can see that too. Don't care. I would say, yeah, wait a minute. So there's a weird flap in the back. But it only goes to one side. Is it turning with this? No, actually, it does turn with it. That's nice. I think this way you can watch it pretty much without reflections. Then let's take a look inside this one first. Packet, powder into the pipe bowl. You see, there are grooves. And I would say, are they longitudinal grooves? Or are they rifled grooves? With such short barrels, it's always hard to say whether there's a twist in there or not. Then let's take the other one too, and have a look inside. What's so special about this part? So here, the grooves don't really seem that pronounced, I think. They could also just be longitudinal scratches from bullets that have been fired through it. Yeah, what's so unusual about it? This thing has a diameter of just 3.9 millimeters, so it fits into correspondingly small barrels. And The regular ones that you usually get for your phone are a bit thicker, around 5.5 to 8.5 millimeter. Of course, this doesn't allow for any decent... It's Pavlov. So this is going to be a regular part of my routine from now on, that I check the barrels. Then at least I know for sure whether it's been fired or not. We both had that, so to speak. So officially not quite tight, just like me. That suits me. And we also have the trigger weight, so that's totally fine. It's not a super special story. It's just a double action. And you can also see at the back there's a striker that actually strikes. However, it's not single action. This is really double action only technology. However, it's not single action. This is really double action only technology. What do we have here anyway? There it is. Oh, I see, here it is. Here, a little one is sticking out. A little dip switch comes out. I'd say it makes sure you can't pull the trigger when it's open, so it doesn't blow right in your eye. So, self-check. Do we have everything? Yes, we have everything. Then I would say, let's leave it at that. 13 minutes. You see, I've stretched the airtime again until it can't be stretched anymore. These rags here. Then I thank you all again for tuning in. I'll completely leave out the fact that I'm the man who always has to turn off his camera himself, because I think you already know that by now. You can't emphasize it often enough, but I don't have to keep repeating it. Then I would say, I'll throw off my uniform and get back into my civilian clothes and wish you all the same things you wish for me until the next video. Even at the risk of setbacks. Ha! 13 minutes. Yeah, right. I still have to cut out the search time. Needed to find the F sign. Definitely 2 or 3 minutes. Well, you'll see it in the final length. So 140240. Let's see what's left.